I met a gypsy.
So what kind of riding were you doing? Like, did you just go and make a track and you had like the same desert track that you rode? Was it like motocross? What was your...
In the beginning, because I started as a Baja rider, I would just do straight line, from point A to B and back, because I was racing Baja desert races. And then I remember there was a year that the federation stopped the racing, and I was addicted to racing. Now I liked the whole atmosphere, the butterfly you get in the morning, and then they told me there's a motocross. So I went and I watched. I said, okay, I wanna do motocross. Man, I didn't know how to corner. I didn't know how to corner. I felt like, okay, I put in so many hours, but just going straight. As soon as I had to turn.
That's so good.
I could not corner. I was like, what is this now? So I had to learn motocross, like you have to kind of...
You have to brake,
yeah. You have to hit your marks.
Yeah.
Like in the desert, no, you just go. And then if you are a little bit long, you are a little bit long.
Yeah.
You just need a good lower back. And so I had to learn that. And that took a minute. And but I'm glad... that they stopped the series, and that gave me the chance to understand, man, I'm lacking a lot. And then I started getting cassettes at that time, watching the AMA and side by side or bar to bar, and these I think these are the best years of, in my opinion, of motocross during Carmichael era. I learned a lot, and I would watch and pause and rewind and watch how everybody is riding, and try to get I would wait, I would see the interviews, and maybe there are some, because like when you are
tips in
because when you are I know I can relate, because when you win or you do well, you kind of let go, you kind of give away some secrets as well, because you're caught in the moment. So I would note down all of this info and try to apply, and that's really, it helped me, because at that time there weren't YouTube, so it's difficult to get information. So this is how I did it, basically.
It's such a cool, you essentially just took this on as just like your life's project. My family in the beginning were against me, because it was completely different path than all my other fellow Emirati guys who's like doing normal job from 8 to 3 or to 5, for example, and they had a career with either engineer or pilot or police officers, like a normal job. And then here am I, and trying to pursue my dream and passion, and way late starter, like the odds is against me, like massively, and I don't 19, know, man.
I don't know. I think you hear this a lot, that passion drives you, hard work, perseverance, all of these big words, but you never think about it a lot until you just grinding and going day in and day out. And
I know what you mean.
And it's easy. You see now a lot of influencers, they use these big words, and them themselves, they don't do it. And I think for me it was all of these words. I just, because there was this dream that I would chase that feeling of that ride, like it doesn't matter what you achieve, the feeling you get after a riding is that satisfaction, like the peace within, and this what I was always, and still I am behind, and that helped a lot with my progress. And then of course during that time where I was picked by Red Bull,
I got to know Giorgio Bay, who was 5-time world champion, motocross world champion, and then he basically took me under his wing. I went and lived with him in Belgium. I learned a lot more there, racing in France and Belgium. And yeah, I remember when he came to visit, he was investing some in the upcoming project at that time. And then a friend of mine told me, hey, there is this guy, there is Giorgio Bay coming, and he wants to have a desert ride, and you are the guy. You know, who else can...
Oh, so like someone to take him out into
in the desert.
I
didn't know who was Giorgio Bay because he stopped before he retired in 94.
Yeah, okay.
And then for me, I was like, okay, I didn't know. I thought he's a friend of friend. So okay, let's go. So we went to the ride, and he was at that time maybe my age now, but I saw him as an old man, you know. I don't know why. No, this is funny. So I went, and every time I look behind, he's on me. I was like, man, this old guy can ride.
Who is this dude?
This dude. So we reached, so in the way back, I felt like I'm holding this guy.
Yeah.
I say, okay, this is our direction. I follow you now. He said, no, you ride. I don't know desert, you ride. So we went and shook hand. Good ride. I never heard of him. I mean, I never see him again. Then after that, for let's say a month, I get a phone call from my friend Graham Hill, who set up this meeting with the guy, and then he told me, hey, Giorgio Bay wants to meet you. I said, who's Giorgio Bay? I totally forgot about the dude. He said, guy, he's telling me, you don't know who's Giorgio Bay? I said, and then I remember, I said, I remember the guy who we took out. He said, no, but you don't know of him? I said, who is he? He said, he's 5-time world champion and all. You know, he gave me his CV basically.
Yeah.
4-time runner-up, 5-time world champion. I said, but why he wants to meet me? Yeah, he has some ideas. So I met him. He said, yeah, he has this program. He thinks I got what it takes, and he wants me to go, and he will take me under his wings, basically. Man, at this time, I had nothing to lose. I was so invested in this sport. I was like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I go, and then he realized I could not corner. When we went to Belgium, so first I'm riding.
He's like, is this the same guy?
Yeah, he went like this, and he got all his famous rider during his era. And then he was like, when I passed, he was like this. He was like covering his face. And he said, hey, what you doing? He said, man, I don't know how to ride motocross.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, GYPSYTales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.